Animal Farm. Animal Farm by George Orwell is by far one of the most influential books I have ever read when I was in early high school. Despite it being a dark story, it remains a perfect reminder on why as a society we need to be aware of everything around us, a perfect commentary on why socialism and communism structures fall apart. After all, these systems rely on humans to be perfect 24/7, which I can say from absolute experience, that is just not a feasible trait to have. As of a couple weeks ago, a film that has been in the making for over 15 years by the same name has been released to theaters, and needless to say, it has had a very poor reception. While there are those who praise the movie, there are many others, such as myself, who don't find it as enjoyable. However, I would like to take it from a different perspective, as I have not seen the movie in its entirety in all fairness, but due to how this movie's creators have handled the criticism, it is downright appalling. Angel Studios, for those who are unaware, are known for placing QR codes at the end of their movies in theaters to allow other people to have the chance to watch this movie. Since the release of this film's teaser trailer, many were quick to vocalize their criticism and worry about this movie. I personally remained quiet about the matter until I have heard from outsourced opinions on both sides of the aisle. For this movie, there were 2 QR codes this time reported. One for funding the tickets like usual, and another for criticism, which is a bold step for Angel Studios to take. After all, as a distributor, they should know and be willing to hear the people out for their opinions on what movies they should push to theaters. This, however, was a different case. The way that they had this QR code set up led you to a screen, essentially calling you as one of the villains, that you were one of the pigs evil for doing so, and even if you want to voice or express your opinions in order to be seen, quote unquote, you need to pay money. Essentially, this QR code was the same thing as the first one, just wrapped up in a bogus pig-like joke. Pigs seem to love to fart on these jokes. According to the critics, many point out the softening that was done to the original story in favor of a family-friendly film. They often cited that in the original 1945 novel, it had a lot of graphic and horrific scenery. So to go from something so horrific to something cuddly and more quote-unquote family-friendly, they have essentially toned down the original movie. Oh, speaking of that, there's another thing that this movie has done. According to sources, it turns out the story from the once against socialism and communism to one directly aimed at capitalism with the message that it would have worked if they had just had a better leader. Which is entirely the wrong message this book was trying to bring to the forefront of its readers. While yes, it is a commentary on communism, this book's main theme was centered around 2 very important things that surrounded the animals in this story: thinking for yourself and paying attention to what the government or people are doing around you. And these messages are super important for today's society, with many big corporations backed by governments all around the world to take private information as they've been doing for over 25 years. I think what sickens me the most with this movie is the fact that the creators felt that they had to tone down a lot of the stuff and rewrite it to fit today's audience. While it didn't have to be entirely perfect, the fact that they modernized the movie so much that it basically became so different to the book, the only thing that these 2 things share is the same name, the outcast of Snowball, and the death of the horse. That's it. Yet again, these scenes were so toned down that it feels like the audience's judgment couldn't have been trusted.
But Moonflame, they had to, or else families couldn't have been able to see it.
Well, tell that same logic to movies like Prince of Egypt, where they kept almost everything dark within the original story, yet it still remained PG. It is very much possible to take the same exact darkness within the book of Animal Farm and make an adaptation that keeps its darkness to direct viewers into the enlightenment it is trying to teach. Maybe this film could still have been PG or even PG-13, but restricting the creative liberties in such a way that it dilutes the original messaging of the book is what breaks my heart the most. Now, Is it possible to have silliness within a serious movie? Of course. But there needs to be a balance, a very specific balance of picking a lane and sticking to it. At this point in Hollywood, a movie is either too dark that it cannot have any proper light in them, or too bright to even carry the serious darkness within them. Folks, I'm not trying to say that Angel Studios is a bad company for distributing this movie. It's a company. It's going to do things like Disney that aren't great. No one is perfect. That is the point I've been trying to say for years now about these remakes and stories. When all you can do to appeal to a modern audience is twerking pigs or fart jokes in between jarring scenes of seriousness, then you don't know your own movie nor your own audience. And this is personally why I've been leaning so heavily on indie shows for a lot of my entertainment as of late. I would rather hear the stories of those who are not entirely gripped by Hollywood's strings of restraint. I want to see that balance. And although it's entirely unrelated to this movie, it's why I am so happy to see the creator Markiplier finally have his movie Iron Lung hit theaters. And guess what? That and the attendance that it brought is a slap in the face for the film industry to wake up. Because guess what, Hollywood? We are not dumb. We know when things are being forced down our throats, when things are ringed clean to the quote-unquote be perfect for the major audiences. However, in doing so, they are leaving out the very people they claim to represent, who they claim to even back up. Yet, when things get easy, they are more than willing to let go of the creatives that hold them together. And that is why I believe God has given me and many others the dream to brighten the stage for a new era of film and animation. Other creators in the industry are also taking steps to preserve their work and grow with the times ethically. While this is not the golden era of indie animation as so many claim, I have a better term I would like to call this. For this doesn't just affect the film industry and animation industry, as we all know, but the creative industry as a whole. So please, subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this commentary, and join the creative revolution today. Let's end this dull creative space and bring the spark of color back to everyone's faces. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I apologize for such a dramatic speech toward the end of this video. It has been in the works for quite a few months now, and I really wanted to get something out while I have my short break before the summer semester begins. I'm attempting a new approach with my videos, as you may have noticed. While I will continue to remain professional when making my videos, I want to allow myself to be more raw. After all, I'm so tired of such polished videos on YouTube nowadays with AI slop that I would rather have some human imperfection in my videos rather than be labeled as automated. Please let me know how you felt about this new style, your opinions on what is said, or even a counter. I am more than willing to hear you out, and it helps my channel to see a lot of passionately civil engagement. I hope to see you all in the next video. Shine on, Little Rovers. Shine on.